moments that really matter. Let's see if Jamie Nichols can deliver.
It's all about strategy in these early moments. Tommy Glad is taking their time to prepare for their qualifying run and get everything just right.
Patience is key in these early moments, Carol. But I have a feeling Tommy Glad is going to make it count.
The adrenaline is pumping. Mark Guy is on their out lap, warming up the tires and getting ready to put in a fast lap time.
They will want to get a good gap established for their first flying lap.
Tommy Glad is on their out lap.
This is the moment they've been preparing for. Let's see if they can execute.
This is what it's all about. Jamie Nichols is putting everything they've got into this qualifying session.
It's always impressive to see a driver in the zone like this, Carol. Let's see if they can maintain this pace.
It looks like Mark Guy is getting ready to make their move. They're taking their time to warm up those tires and get everything just right.
It's all about finding that balance between staying calm and focused, while also pushing the limits.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. As Richard Reshka completes their out lap, they will be hoping they have given themselves enough space on track to fully attack for their first flying lap. JP Brand is trying to find that extra performance. Rian Barkhuizen is looking for ways to improve their consistency. Jamie Nichols is trying to find that extra performance.
Well, Carol, they'll need to find those extra tenths of a second by pushing just a little bit harder on the braking and carrying more speed through the corners.
Jamie Nichols will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
You can feel the tension building. Janine Glad is out on track and getting ready to push for their qualifying time. Jamie Nichols is looking for ways to improve their consistency.
They'll need to put together a perfect lap, hitting every apex and pushing the car to the limit without going over it.
Bernd Bosman is trying to find that extra performance.
Every driver needs something different, Carol. Some drivers excel when they push harder, while other drivers benefit more from relaxing and being in a flow state.
Justin Reinke is looking for ways to improve their consistency.
Good question, Carol. It's all or nothing now. They need to stay focused, hit their marks, and extract every ounce of performance from that car to move up the grid.
Justin Reinke has some work to do as that 106.374 is only good enough for 10th. Jamie Nichols is trying to find that extra performance.
Well, Carol, they'll need to find those extra tenths of a second by pushing just a little bit harder on the braking and carrying more speed through the corners.
A tough qualifying session for Bernd Bosman. They're currently mired in 16th position, which is a setback for their ambitions. However, they have the resilience and determination to learn from their mistakes and fight back in the race.
You're absolutely right, Carol. Bernd Bosman is currently facing a challenging situation, but they have the skills and experience to tackle it head-on. They'll need to stay focused, trust in their abilities, and push themselves to the limit to turn things around.
It's been a struggle for Rian Barkhuizen in qualifying. As of now, they find themselves in 14th position, which is well below their expectations. However, motorsport is unpredictable, and there's still an opportunity for them to shine and move up the grid.
Well said, Carol. It's certainly not the result Rian Barkhuizen was aiming for, but this is motorsport, and anything can happen. They'll need to stay focused, trust in their abilities, and seize any chance that comes their way to improve their position.
A mesmerizing display from Duold Lambert in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
Spot-on analysis, Carol. Duold Lambert is currently in a dominant position, setting the standard for their rivals. Their consistent and impressive performance is setting them up for a strong starting position.
What a performance from JP Brand. They currently occupy second on the grid. It's a good spot for now, but other drivers are trying their hardest to put in a better time and push them down the order. Currently in third, Jacobus Besson has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
Couldn't agree more, Carol. Jacobus Basson has positioned themselves impressively in third. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Tony Rust 30 Pits, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Carol, but I'm expecting some hard-fought on-track battles today.
The second position is occupied by JP Brand.
And like many others, they are starting the race on the softs tire compound.
And in third place, we have Jacobus Basson.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
Watch out for Jamie Nichols, starting from the fourth grid position in today's race. In fifth place, we have Wayne Midden. And they're off. The race is now in motion. This is the moment when drivers must show their mettle and find the perfect line.
Avoiding contact while trying to gain position is essential. The first lap is often where we see incidents that can change the course of the race.
Every lap is an opportunity for Duald Lambert to learn just a little bit more to shave a few tenths or hundredths off their times. Having started in fourth, Jamie Nichols will be looking to establish themselves in this race. Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here.
There are a few drivers with a point to prove, and a few with some grudges to bear. Let's hope they can keep it clean.
The gap between Richard Reshka and Wayne Midden is getting smaller. Big gains for Richard Reshka as they move up the field, leaving Wayne Midden behind. We got a close battle as Joni Geldenhuys closes in on Peter Grobler. Fantastic move from Joni Geldenhuys, who has just gained a position. The drivers are really pushing their limits out there on the track.
It's like they're trying to outrun the laws of physics. But we all know that's impossible. Or is it? I mean, we're a couple of computerized robots commenting on a race. Anything can happen.
Bad jokes notwithstanding, you have a point there. And speaking of pushing limits, these cars are breaking records left and right.
They're so fast, it's like they're breaking the sound barrier, or at least the speed limit.
I hope the police aren't watching. Tommy Glad wants to get into Willem Immelman's slipstream. Jamie Nichols has the pedal to the metal chasing Doald Lambert. A top lap time there from Wayne Midden, setting their fastest lap of the session so far.
They are certainly in the flow, but they may have to improve further if they want to hold on to sixth.
This is getting exciting. Justin Reinke is looking for any gap that might open up the position. That won't be ideal for JP Brand. Things are heating up as Doald Lambert tries to close the gap to JP Brand. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line. It's a game of inches now as Doald Lambert tails JP Brand closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. Oh, this is getting intense. Wayne Midden is just behind Joni Geldenhuys. The pursuit is on. Doald Lambert is closing the gap on JP Brand, determined to claim P1.
That driver is really pushing the limits. They're riding the...
Stop the press. I don't think that's the fastest way around Tony Rust 30 pits. It's a battle of wills out there, with Jamie Nichols trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Doald Lambert. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Situations like these often lead to a dramatic finish. Hold on to your hats, folks. JP Brand is right on the heels of Doald Lambert, and we're in for a wild ride. Jamie Nichols is giving it their all as they chase down JP Brand in P2. This is where the race gets really interesting. Richard Reschke is closing in on Jamie Nichols.
One important aspect here is choosing the right braking points. Richard Reschke needs to be precise to avoid overshooting and losing valuable time.
This one's going to be tough. JP Brand is getting their elbows out, and there may not be enough time left for Jamie Nichols to make a move.
Surely they've got enough in the tank to pull away. Gonna be interesting to watch this battle unfold.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed. Wayne Midden is running 7th. They are trying to catch Joni Geldenhuys. It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Richard Reschke trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Jamie Nichols. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts.
That's right, Richard Reschke in 4th knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Jamie Nichols is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Even though Richard Reshka is a fair way behind Jamie Nichols, they can't afford to let their guard down. Jamie Nichols is still vulnerable to mistakes.
Absolutely, and on the other side of the equation, Richard Reshke can't afford to let up. They have to drive with intensity and focus, and wait for any opportunity to arise.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Jacobus Besson, who is currently in P5. But Richard Reshka is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Jacobus Besson. The crowd is on the edge of their seats as Jamie Nichols in third chases after JP Brand. The delta is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Jamie Nichols needs to find a way to close the gap.
Indeed, the anticipation is high as Jamie Nichols tries to reel in JP Brand. But JP Brand is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace. Jamie Nichols needs to find a little extra speed to bring the fight to JP Brand and move up the field.
The delta between Jacobus Besson in fifth and Richard Reshka remains over a second, but Jacobus Besson is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap. There's 8 minutes left in this session to make that happen. The race is heating up as Jamie Nichols in third closes in on JP Brand. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Jamie Nichols has just managed to set their fastest lap of the race so far with a lap time of 1 minute. You know, Carl, during a long race like this, how easy is it for a driver to experience a lapse in concentration?
It can be quite easy, Carol. With so many factors to consider and the intense focus required, even the most experienced drivers can have a momentary lapse. That's why mental training and staying in the zone is so important.
The tension is building as Jamie Nichols trails behind JP Brand. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. JP Brand is pushing to maintain the lead, while Jamie Nichols is working to close in and challenge for the position. Every move counts now as Mark Guy works to reel in Wayne Midden and overtake for P7. This is a thrilling battle as Peter Grobler edges closer to Rian Barkhuizen in their fight for P12. Jamie Nichols is on a mission, chasing Joni Geldenhuys, who's desperately trying to stay ahead.
This is where every inch counts. Jamie Nichols is pushing hard to close the gap on Johnny Geldenhuys. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Look at that, Rian Barkhuizen is hot on the tail of Peter Grobler.
The gap between them is just over 0.3 seconds. Can Rian Barkhuizen close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
It looks like Jamie Nichols is pushing hard to catch up to Joni Geldenhuys. That's not a small gap, but Jamie Nichols has what it takes to challenge for the position. Good news for Jamie Nichols, the gap to Joni Geldenhuys has decreased. It's now down to 0.1 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to build. Both drivers will need to stay calm and focused if they want to come out on top.
A brilliant maneuver from Jamie Nichols, who has just moved up the field. It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Mark Guy trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Wayne Mitten. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts.
This is where experience comes into play. Wayne Mitten has been in this situation before and knows how to defend for position, but Mark Guy is hungry for success and won't give up easily.
Oh, this is getting intense. Joni Geldenhuys is just a few car lengths behind Jamie Nichols. Joni Geldenhuys is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace.
Johnny Geldenhuys appears to be pushing, hopefully they can keep it together.
It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Jacobus Besson, who is currently in P4. But Richard Reschke is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Jacobus Besson.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Jacobus Besson in fourth determined to catch up. But we know Richard Reschke isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate, Jacobus Besson is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
Wow, Duold Lambert is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. And there it is. Duold Lambert has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
You could feel the tension building throughout the race, but Duold Lambert remained focused and in control. That's what separates the winners from the pack.
A nail-biting finish, but JP Brandt claims second place.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second place finish.
That was an outstanding performance from Richard Reschke. They fought hard and took the final spot on the podium. Jacobus Besson, Jamie Nichols, Joni Geldenhuys, and Mark Guy end in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Wayne Mitten, Peter Geldenhuys, Willem Immelman, and Tommy Glad in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. 12th, 13th, and 14th is Peter Grobler, Rian Barkhuizen, and Janine Glad. With Bernd Bosman in 15th. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Tony Rust 30 Pits, as we're getting ready to kick things off. Starting from the second position on the grid, we have Peter Geldenhuys. Wayne Mitten is lining up third.
Big things expected for Wayne Mitten today.
Mark Guy will look to make a splash from the fourth position on the starting grid. Joni Geldenhuys is fifth.
Putting that golf_MK1_club_3_AWD into prime position for the race.
Jamie Nichols is going to be starting from sixth. The lights are off. It's pedal to the metal time.
These first moments can set the tone for the rest of the race. It's all about keeping a clear head and making smart decisions.
This is going to be one hell of a race. I can already feel it. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
Safety car. Speed 100 km/h.
There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is feeling out the drivers around them. Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position?
Let's hope everyone is able to stay focused for the challenge ahead.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
The only thing closer than Richard Reschke to Jamie Nichols right now is the paint on their cars. Talk about a close encounter.
This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Dewald Lambert is chasing Richard Reschke in P8. Great driving from Dewald Lambert, who has just gained a place and moved up to sixth. It's all about consistency for Willem Immelman, who is currently second. It's a solid performance from Wayne Mitten at the moment. They're holding their position and not getting too caught up in battles around them. The lights are off. It's pedal to the metal time.
These first moments can set the tone for the rest of the race. It's all about keeping a clear head and making smart decisions.
3 cars, 3 different lines. They're jockeying for position, looking for any opportunity to make a move. A great moment for Joni Geldenhuys, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Wait, this is a disaster for Jamie Nichols in the golf_MK1_club_3_AWD coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. The race is really heating up. Mark Guy is hunting down Joni Geldenhuys with everything they've got.
Mark Guy is looking to close the 0.3 second gap and make a pass.
In racing, anything can, and usually does, happen, especially in such an epic showdown.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Excellent work from Peter Geldenhuys, who has managed to increase their lead over Jacobus Vasson. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it.
It's really looking like Peter Geldenhuys is going to be tough to pass today. They're driving with real confidence and authority.
The battle is on for Jacobus Vasson. They're sandwiched between two rivals. JP Brand 0.1 seconds away and Peter Geldenhuys 0.2 seconds ahead. It's a true test of their racecraft.
You hit the nail on the head, Carol. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are crucial pieces of information for Jacobus Bassen's race strategy. It's a delicate dance, and they must remain vigilant.
It's a challenging situation for Jacobus Basson. They're sandwiched between their fierce competitors. JP Brand 0.1 seconds away and Peter Geldenhuys 0.2 seconds ahead. They'll need to stay sharp and find an opportunity to make a move. The battle for 11 is heating up as Tommy Glad tries to catch Peter Grobler in P11. Rising to the occasion and claiming victory would help to cement this driver's legendary status.
Should things go south between Mark Guy and Dewald Lambert, we might witness a high-speed game of bumper cars, but trust me, it's way less fun with real race cars.
Things are heating up as Wayne Mitten tries to close the gap to Richard Reschke.
The racing is getting tight between Wayne Mitten and Richard Reschke as they battle for P4. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
Jacobus Basson is looking for an opportunity to get round Justin Reinke. It's a tale of two drivers right now. Hold on a moment. That won't be ideal for Peter Grobler. Looks like Justin Reinke is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about maintaining that fine line between speed and control.
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Dewald Lambert will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops.
Absolutely, Dewald Lambert in second will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
The crowd is on the edge of their seats as Justin Reinke in ninth chases after Jacobus Basson. The delta is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Justin Reinke needs to find a way to close the gap. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
What a move! Dewald Lambert has moved up to first.
Absolutely, Dewald Lambert is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
Oh dear, Dewald Lambert has dropped down to second.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Dewald Lambert needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
The delta between Mark Guy in third and Dewald Lambert remains over a second, but Mark Guy is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap. There's 7 minutes left in this session to make that happen.
It's going to be tough for Mark Guy, as Dewald Lambert seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Mark Guy pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
The pursuit is on. JP Brand is closing the gap on Peter Geldenhuys, determined to claim P6.
I would not be surprised if they get this pass completed soon.
Joni Geldenhuys is running second. They are trying to catch Dewald Lambert. Mark Guy is giving it their all as they chase down Joni Geldenhuys in P2.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Mark Guy needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Peter Geldenhuys is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a razor's edge between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely, it's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. Peter Geldenhuys needs to focus if they want to make a move and pass JP Brand.
Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed. The race is heating up as Wayne Midden in 5th closes in on Richard Reshka. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight.
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Richard Reshke is not going to give up the position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Wayne Midden in P5 doing everything they can to catch up.
The pressure is on for JP Brand as they try to catch up to Wayne Midden. Oh, breaking news, folks. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line. It looks like JP Brand is pushing hard to catch up to Wayne Midden. That's not a small gap, but JP Brand has what it takes to challenge for the position.
Indeed, the anticipation is high as JP Brand tries to reel in Wayne Midden. But Wayne Midden is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace. JP Brand needs to find a little extra speed to bring the fight to Wayne Midden and move up the field.
Look at that, Jacobus Basson is hot on the tail of Peter Geldenhuys. JP Brand is on a mission, chasing Wayne Midden who's desperately trying to stay ahead. And JP Brand has just won the place from Wayne Midden.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. JP Brand needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
Heartbreak for JP Brand, as they slip down the field. The gap between JP Brand and Wayne Midden is razor thin as they vie for 4th in this nail-biting contest.
At this rate, JP Brand and Wayne Midden are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Peter Geldenhuys is closing in on Jacobus Basson. Tough break for Peter Geldenhuys, who has just lost a position. Disappointing for Peter Geldenhuys, they now find themselves in 9th. This is not looking good for Wayne Midden. They've just lost 4th to JP Brand and their strategy seems to be failing them. It's a battle of wills out there, with Peter Geldenhuys trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Justin Reinke. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Situations like these often lead to a dramatic finish. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Wayne Midden is chasing JP Brand in P4.
With just 0.3 seconds between them, Wayne Midden will need to close the gap to have hopes of a pass.
It's like Dewald Lambert has saved all their energy for this final stretch. And it's a checkered flag for Dewald Lambert, who crosses the finish line with a commanding victory. What a phenomenal performance, absolutely dominant today.
What a result for Dewald Lambert. They'll be absolutely thrilled with that performance, and rightly so. They really put in the work and it's paid off in spades.
Mark Guy never gave up, they drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish. Well done to Richard Reshka for securing third place on the podium. Coming in fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh we have J.P. Brandt, Wayne Midden, Jacobus Basson, and Joni Geldenhuys. Followed by Justin Reinke, Peter Geldenhuys, Willem Immelman, and Tommy Glad in 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Taking 12th, 13th, and 14th is Rian Barkhuizen, Peter Grobler, and Janine Glad.